testimony. I have a story to sing. This is my story, this is my song. I have a testimony. I'll sing my testimony. Rain came, wind blew, but my house was built on it. I'm safe with you. I'm gonna make.
My name is Omodasala Ladipo, and I'm here to tell you about the Discipleship Academy. The Discipleship Academy is a two-pronged academy that focuses on both parents and children. It's been an academy that has been insightful, very educative, very intentional, and very transformative. I invite you as parents, and I invite you to bring your children to the academy because it's going to be one of its kind. It teaches resilience, it teaches grit, it teaches values that we need for the world and the generation at large. Thank you all, and you're all invited. See you there.
My name is Abigail Ashaolu. DFA has been a huge support system for me in this new journey of motherhood. It has given me a headsway on what to do, how to balance family life, work life, and also how to nurture my child in the way of the Lord. Before I started, I was at a fix on how to go about it. But joining the DFA family, I've learned a lot. I've learned so many practical tools and strategies and how to discipline, how to bond, how to strategize, and how to create a godly home in my family. I advise you to join the DFA family because I know you will regret it. Thank you.
Yes, so welcome to day 4. Welcome, everyone. Yes, welcome. Oh, yes. I'm so excited. I don't know about you, but man, I am excited. I am so excited. Yes. Okay. So if you could hear me loud and clear, I please, from wherever you were around the world, wherever you are, please send me a clap emoji in the chat box. Yes, no, we are connected and we are ready to roll. Woo! Today is going to be hot. Day 4 is hot, 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 hot. Yes, it's going to be a great session. Oh. If you're tired, push the tired outside. I know it's day's work day, but push it outside because we're going to have fun. Yes. Today is not just another conference. It's not just a normal conference. It's a divine appointment. That's the way I'm looking about it. And the same way you should look at it. But before we go, oh yeah, I'm seeing everyone. Woo! Okay. So I want us to have a quick game. Mhm. I want us to do a quick game. If you are to use an emoji to describe your parenting mood this week, what would it be? So send me an emoji to show me how your parenting mood is this week. Let me see it. Woo! Let me see the emoji coming. Some of us, I'm sure that it will be like if they remove your pictures. Oh yeah, physical angel. Oh yeah, fired up. I love that. Okay, so before we go in deep, let us listen to our sponsors. Let's hear from our sponsors who have been with us through all the whole conference. And let's pay attention with this short message from our sponsors. Yes.
Imagine your child growing up with unshakable faith, godly confidence, and clarity of purpose, while so many others are lost in confusion. In just a few hours every Saturday, your child can receive the kind of discipleship training most adults wish they had earlier. This is what the Discipleship Children and Teenagers Academy offers. It's not Sunday school. It's a tested discipleship journey that raises children as God's remnant generation. Under the leadership of Coach Toyin Obo, we use a proven framework called the Metamorphosis Journey. With 4 intentional stages: discovery from ages 4 to 7, growth from ages 8 to 11, deep work from ages 12 to 15, and impact from ages 16 to 18. Your child isn't just learning Bible stories, they are being shaped into godly leaders for life. Now you may be wondering, do I have the time? Yes, classes run every Saturday and parents only meet once in a month. Is it affordable? Absolutely. For less than the price of 1 month of groceries, your entire family gets a full year of discipleship. Will this really work? Yes. Every child is assessed and placed at the right stage, and no one is left behind. And the proof is clear. Families are seeing their children pray with passion, lead devotionals at home, and make wiser decisions than even some adults. Here's the truth. Every month you delay, your child is being discipled by YouTube, by peers, or by culture. But culture won't wait. Right now, you can secure access for your family for just 70,000 naira a year. Register before the DFA conference ends, and you get the early bird offer of 60,000 naira. That's less than 5,000 a month to give your child a lifelong foundation. Don't wait. Call or chat the number on your screen today.
In the heart of Abuja, Nigeria, Jewel's Leading Light International School stands as a beacon of excellence, deeply rooted in Christian values. Our school offers a rich blend of British, IPCs, EYFS, and Nigerian curricula, ensuring that students receive a globally recognized education while embracing the moral foundation of the Word of God. Our state-of-the-art facilities, from science labs to top-notch sport amenities, are designed to create the perfect environment for students to learn, grow, and thrive. We incorporate the advanced teaching technologies to make learning both engaging and effective, fostering a nurturing space where every child feels inspired and motivated. Jewel's Leading Light is more than just a school. It is a community dedicated to nurturing the trailblazers of tomorrow. We are committed to cultivating the next generation of global leaders and innovators through rigorous academic programs and a Christ-centered approach, ensuring excellence and creativity in all we do. Join us at Jewel's Leading Light International School, where we are dedicated to nurturing the trailblazers of tomorrow.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hi, Josephine. You're muted. Hi, Josephine. You're muted. Hello, hello. Okay. I think, okay, so this is a very big encouragement for us to join the Discipleship Academy. It is one of the best. I mean, start by liking our YouTube, our Facebook. Yes, our Facebook, our YouTube, Twitter. Please like everything, because it's there you get all the tools, materials that will really help you, not just in parents, and also help your kids. So please like up, and please don't forget to join the academy. If you are not there, you are missing. You're seriously missing. You heard what they said. With just the price of a grocery for the month is less than even the grocery for the month. Join the, not just only learn for parenting, you also your children also have to learn too. There's so much I've learned, and really I don't want to be selfish or greedy. Please join us. I would love you to have you in our family. Okay, so before we go, let's listen to the biography of
Cilia Kibler is a best-selling author, a family empowerment coach, and the founder of Pumped Up Parenting, Fun Fits Family Fitness, and International Day of Calm. She is the mom of 5 kids, 2 she gave birth to, and 3 she gained from marriage, as well as a grandma of 9. She has successfully parented a blended family for over 27 years. Cilia is on a mission to stop 1 million parents from yelling at their kids. Her book, Raising Happy Toddlers: How to Build Great Parenting Skills and Stop Yelling at Your Kids, is available for purchase from Amazon in Kindle and paperback. Cilia believes that the more parents understand their children and themselves, the better they can communicate and relate while building trust and respect within a nurturing, fun environment. With over 40 years of coaching, teaching, and counseling kids and their parents, including special needs populations, Cilia has found successful solutions for real-life parenting situations. Let's make welcome Cilia Kibler.
Hello.
Oh, Cilia, we're so happy to have you.
Well, thank you for having
joining
me.
us. Can't wait to get my notes are ready.
Good. I'm
Yeah.
grateful to be here, and thank you to all of you at the Discipleship Family Academy. I'm really excited to bring some great information to everyone that's listening and here today. And I want to thank all of you for taking time out of your busy schedule to really learn something new. And my topic is one that is near and dear to my heart, and that is the use and overuse of screens. So what it's creating, this topic is about being connected but disconnected and raising godly children in the digital age. Not so easy, I think you'd all agree. So let's get started. Let's go on to the next slide. What we're going to do today. So we're going to talk about the beginning of everything. We're going to find out, is there really a problem? Because you hear so much mixed information out there. What is the true impact of screens? How are screens affecting our children, affecting our families, affecting our vision and our values? What's happening here? How can we rebuild the relationship between us and our children if screens are disconnecting us? I'm going to give you lots of tools so that you know how to change, because you know I'm all about giving you information that you can do and you can put into action today. So you're not just waiting around trying to figure it out. I'm going to tell you how to figure it out. And because I am the Calm Crusader, we're going to also address how to be calm when things don't go the way you're planning on. How you can stay a calm parent if things are just not working out the way you thought they would be. And at the end, I'm going to give you an opportunity to really put a system in place that will help you create screen time on your time, not your kids' times. Remember, you're in charge. They're not. So let's go to our next slide. So that wonderful introduction, for most part, tells you what's on here. My book, I am proud to say, has won 2 awards, the Mom's Choice Award and the International Impact Book Award for Parents. I am certified in different forms of therapy, yoga, nutrition, and I have been a preschool teacher for over 40 years. And if you see that beabetterparent.com down at the bottom of the screen, that is new. That's going to be all over the place. You're going to see it. There is a brand new app that is about 2 weeks from release that is going to truly help you be a better parent. And I can't wait to release it to all of you, but just know it's coming. So that is what I've been working very hard on in the last months. And it's going to come to you very soon and be a game changer for every day of your parenting journey. Okay, let's get started. Next slide, please. I want you to put in the comments, and I guess some of this text didn't transfer okay, but that's all right. What kind of an adult do you want your child to be? What do I mean by that? Think about, we are raising adults, not children. They are already children. So I want you guys to think about when your kids grow to be as old as you. My daughter turns 43 next week. When they get to be that age, what kind of adult do you want them to be? Esther says she wants a responsible, present adult. What other descriptions do you have for what kind of child you want what kind of adult you want your child to grow up to? A responsible and God-fearing adult, says Praise. Let's hear from some more of you. And I know there's a delay as far as what I'm saying in the comments. And by the way, guys, so you know, I'm here in the United States on the East Coast, just outside of Baltimore, Maryland. And so it's great to be here on the other side of the pond with you guys. Godly, balanced, responsible, and kind. Great, great adjectives. Calm and respectful. Absolutely. Family and Christ-centered adult. Absolutely. These are all great adjectives of what you want your child to be. And you're going to find out the impact that screens have on that goal of yours. An emotionally stable adult. How do screens affect the kind of adult we want our kids to be? And you're going to find out as we go on. Please go to the next slide. Look at this picture, if you would. What do you see in this picture? There's a dad on a laptop, a mom, I guess that's a mom, on a phone, a little kid on a tablet. So they're all sitting together in their living room. But are they united? Are they interacting with each other? Are they talking? They're not even connected with each other. They're just three people sitting in a living room. There is total disconnect. And this is the problem. How many of you see your living room like this? How many of you go over to a friend's house and everybody's on a screen? This is the disconnect that comes from the obsessive use we have of screens. It's not just kids, it's our use too. We're all kind of obsessed with our screens. We're all kind of obsessed with how we spend our day and how screens interrupt our day. Let's go to the next slide, please. Did you know, and these are really important, the average time a child spends on screens, listen to this. Toddlers on average spend 2 to 3 hours a day on screens. 2 to 3 hours. An elementary age student spends 4 to 6 hours a day. That's a part-time job. Teens spend 7 to 9 hours a day on average. So they go to school for 8 hours and then they're on a screen for 9 more hours. There are globally over 800 million children under the age of 14 that have smartphones. And for the most part, those smartphones are fully equipped. They're not limited phones like there are available out there. They are fully equipped. Those kids can access anything. When you think about it, that's a pretty scary thought. 800 million kids being able to access everything and anything on the internet. And we all as adults know what's on there. Things that we don't want them accessing. Things that are giving them values and they're not retaining our values. I want you to think about that. As people who love God and Christ, you have your own personal values. Who do you want teaching values to your children? Do you want them learning their values from you, or learning their values from Google or YouTube or some social site? Where do you want your children to learn their values? And that's one of the main reasons you have to take control of these screens. Can you? Absolutely. I had a parent just ask me, one of my clients just asked me, can you ultimately take control of screens? Yes. Yes, you can. And I'm going to give you some ways that you can do it. Remember, your children are not the boss of you or your family. They do not control your household. They don't have the capacity to control your household. Their little brains don't develop until we are 25 years old. So if you're talking about a 10-year-old, they still have 15 more years to full development of their brains. If we're talking about a 2-year-old, they have 23 more years. They do not have the capacity, number one, to run a household. Number two, to control a screen. They need your guidance. They need your wisdom. They need your coaching. They need to know that you're the person who leads them, not the other way around. Okay, let's go to the next slide, please. And sorry, the type transferred weird. So this is so important, guys. The real impact of screens. This is what screens do to our children, the overuse of screens. They affect negatively their developing brains. What do you want these kids to be like? What do you want their brains to be like? Do we want to give them brain power, or do we want to reduce their brain power? What do we want them to be like? All those adjectives you put in there of what kind of adult you want, screens are affecting it. And we'll talk about that in a minute. They are affecting their moods, their emotional balance, their behavior. If you are frustrated because your child is moody and is not being kind and is being rude and has a raging attitude, the screen use that your child is doing is affecting that directly. Kids that are on screens too much become moody. They become negative. They lose focus. They get attitudes. All these things that irritate the heck out of us with children, we are increasing if you're putting them on the screen too often. There is a huge obesity epidemic. Why? Because when kids are on screens, when they're sitting, when they're even homework, when they're watching TV, when they're doing a screen, they're on a computer, they're sitting. Our bodies were meant to move. And if we are not moving them, we're going to lose our ability to move. Same with your kids. If your kids are sitting in front of a screen eating, they're going to mindlessly eat, and they're going to eat more than they need to eat. It all contributes to the obesity problem we have in this world for children. It's getting out of hand. And not to mention the digital divide between parents and kids. Parents don't even know what to do. I had a parent ask me, what can I do in a restaurant if my kid is not watching a tablet? What can you do? You can start conversation. You can talk. You can play games. You can bring paper. You can bring pencils. You can bring crayons. You can draw pictures. You can look around the restaurant and find things. You can connect with each other. If we're not connecting together as a family, we are losing harmony. There will not be harmony in your family if you're not connecting. If you want your teenage child to come to you and talk to you about their issues and problems they're having, you need to stay connected to that child from the time they're little to the time they get to be teens. You need to give them a voice. You need to ask their opinions. You need to value their thoughts. You need to thank them for when they contribute and when they make good choices. So if you would put in the comments how you feel screen time is affecting your family right now. How do you feel? Do you feel it's connected? It's stressing you out? Is it affecting it negatively? Are you fighting over screens a lot? Are you successful? Are you not using screens? Maybe many of you don't even have screens in your home. What is going on for you personally? Now, I hope you have some coffee or tea. I know it's late for you guys. It's still only 2:00 in the afternoon here in the States. So I'm having some coffee. So how is screen time affecting you? And do you feel like you have some control over it? Or do you feel like it's out of control? Okay, let's go to the next slide, please. If we are not connecting as a family, we're losing harmony. Absolutely. Here's what one of the most important things that you guys may not know about screen use. And I want you to snapshot this page, snapshot this screen, make sure you never forget this. Because if anything is going to influence your ability to monitor the screen use of your child, I pray this does. We need resiliency. Resiliency is how we humans deal with trauma. When things go wrong, when there's a death in the family, when there's sadness, when there's grief, when we go to school and things don't turn out the way they do. Maybe someone bullies us. Maybe we didn't get such a great grade. Maybe you went to work and you had a problem with something you're doing with work. How do we deal with that? Resiliency. Resiliency, resiliency. Now, let me teach you about what a screen does to our brains. Basic, simple brain science. The right side of our brain helps us be resilient. It helps us love, be creative. It helps us with emotional intelligence and regulating our emotions. It helps us to be kind and thoughtful and compassionate. What about the left side of our brain? The left side of our brain helps us learn. Critical thinking happens in the left side of our brain. Language development, speech, writing, all those abilities that we use in growing and learning when we go to school. All of those things are the left side of our brain. We need both sides of our brain to become resilient, happy, confident, kind adults. We need both sides, not just one side. And here's the bottom line. And so important for you guys to realize. Screen use builds the left side of our brain. It builds the critical thinking side. It does nothing to build the right side. All those people that wrote an adjective of how you want your child to be when they grow up, who wrote down things like kind, respectful, compassionate, thoughtful, Christ-like, all of those people that wrote all of those things down, if your child is on a screen too much, the right side of your brain, where all of that love, compassion, emotional regulation comes from, is not being developed. And I worry about the next generation of adults because there's going to be a lot of thoughtless, harsh, unemotional, uncompassionate, not Christ-like, because if you think of Christ, he embodies all of those things. Adults that don't care about other humans. They only care about themselves, because that's what screens are doing to the brain. Yes, is it the end of the world if our child watches a screen? No, it's not the end of the world. But if all your child does is watch a screen, you are directly offending the part of their brain that's going to make them a wonderful, thoughtful, compassionate, kind human being. And this is not just my opinion. This is scientifically proven. Why was Christ such a wonderful person? He didn't have screens. He embodied the best of a person. As we grow more and more into the technology age, we are directly affecting what the next generation and the next generation and the next generation is going to be like. But we as parents, we can do something about it. We can limit this screen use. Sometimes you've had a bad day, and I get it, guys. I've raised 5 kids, all through teenagerhood, well into adulthood. Of 5 kids, 3 of them are now in their 40s. The 2 are getting there soon. Did we have the amount of screens when those kids were growing up? Of course not. They didn't even have cell phones. I had a cell phone. They didn't. They weren't there at that age. Many of you are their age. But now we have them. But do we have to put a smartphone in the hand of a 10-year-old? Do we have to put a smartphone just because their friend has it in the hand of an 8-year-old? Do you have to hand your baby your phone? No, please don't. Think of their brains. Would you give, let me say this. Would you give your child a drug that will negatively affect the way their brain grows? Somebody comes out, goes, hey, I got this great drug. Give it to your kids. They're going to get dumber and dumber, meaner and meaner, moodier and moodier, more attitude and more attitude. All you have to do is give them this drug. Would you do that? Of course not. No parent would. And yet we willingly hand a phone over to a 2-year-old. We willingly hand a phone over to a 4-year-old. We buy an 8-year-old a smartphone. We buy a 12-year-old a smartphone. We let them go on social media. We don't put limits and boundaries in place because we're afraid they won't like us. It's not about them liking you. It's about you being the parent and you being in charge of what their life is going to be. If you don't protect their brains, how will they ever protect their brains? The world out there isn't going to protect them. You're there to give them your values, your thoughts, your kindness, your respect. And if you're yelling and being aggressive to your child, you are also damaging their brains. I'm not going to get into aggressive parenting right now, but you know I talk about it a lot. But if you are yelling and screaming at them and frustrated, you're throwing a tantrum. You need to build your emotional intelligence, your emotional regulation. You need to be the role model that they see so that they mimic you. Kids will never do what you say. They'll do what you do. Okay, let's go to the next slide because, guys, I'll talk and talk and I'll go too long. So next slide. Here again, what will our future generations look like if they're always on screens? If the heart side of their brain is underdeveloped, they are going to be raging, angry, violent kids that don't care about someone else. All the violence and rage you see in society today That's not going to get better. That's going to get worse if we don't bring screens under control. Think of what God wants for you and what God wants for this world. Does he want the world to be filled with angry, violent, raging humans? No. He's a loving God. He is the one that loves us unconditionally. We are made in his image. Do you think he wants us to destroy that image by simply not being able to stand up to what society is demanding of us? Exactly. It's exactly what it's about. Being the parent who guides them, being the parent that helps them become the kind of human you'll be proud of and they'll be proud of. Okay, let's go to the next slide, please. Hopefully you guys know who the wonderful Fred Rogers is. Won't you be my neighbor? He's also the direct influence of Daniel Tiger, who is created from play. This is important to remember. Play without screens creates emotionally intelligent adults. Often people think play, that's just silly. It's not silly. It's the best education for your child. Everything there is for a young child to learn is learned through play, not screens, not sitting and doing nothing. Active play, creative play, independent play. That's what teaches our kids. My son is actually looking for a new school. Magdalene, I hope you find one. Okay, let's go to the next slide, please. So I know you're thinking limits alone don't work. I know you're thinking, maybe you're not thinking that. That's what it says on the slide. Maybe you're thinking, how do I limit it all? What do I do? There are some things we need to concern ourselves with. Punishment versus partnership. What do I mean by that? You want your child to have some skin in the game. You want your child to actually be your teammate in the parenting journey. Kids are always told what to do. They're told what to do, when to do it, how to do it. But you know what's great for kids? If you give back a little control. When things are negotiable, give them some choices. Set up a schedule, which you desperately need in your home, that includes limited screen time if you want to include it. Sit down with your kids and have them create that schedule with you. Okay, guys, you get home from school. I'm going to let you have a half-hour screen time from 4 to 4:30. That might be watch a show. That might be play a game. Whatever it is, that's what you get. And at 4:30, we're going to start our homework. 5 o'clock, we're going to fix dinner, all dinner together. If you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I have so much on my shoulders, stop keeping it all on your shoulders. You know what kids are great at? Helping. They want to help. They're great at it. If you have to fix dinner, get your kids involved with fixing dinner. If you have to do laundry, hey guys, you know what? Wednesday night is laundry night. We're all doing laundry. Stop sending them away. If a child comes to ask for help and you say, no, go play. I got this, which so many of us do. You know what you're telling your child? You're telling your child that their job in this family is to play and your job in this family is to work. We don't want that. We want them working too. We want them helping, being responsible. Children don't become responsible if you don't give them responsibility. That's how kids become responsible. Let them help. Don't put everything on your shoulders. They should be responsible, not just for play, but for household responsibilities. So it's a partnership. You all work together, and then your children feel valued and they're willing to cooperate. They want to cooperate. They volunteer to help you because you're also complimenting them when they do. You're noticing what your kids do right instead of only reacting to what they do is wrong. As human, our human nature is to respond to what's going wrong. We forget that our kids do a lot of right. I want you starting today, after all these talks are over, I want you to notice what your child is doing right and let them know you notice. Thank you for helping me cook dinner. What fun. It's so much fun making dinner with you. Thank you so much for putting your lunch together for school. Notice what they do right. Stop just reacting to what they do. That's not right. If you only react to what they do when things are going wrong, they will grow up believing that nothing they do is right and everything they do is wrong, and they will start believing they're the bad kid. Do you want your child believing that? This is what happens. You need to connect to them. That means you need to do stuff together, not sit in the living room, everyone on your devices, and be disconnected. If they're up in their room, you need to invite them down. Honey, come on downstairs. Let's play a game. Okay, I'm almost done my homework. Great. Do you need help with homework? No, I got it, Mom. They're home if they need anything. Guide them, coach them. That's your job. Purpose. Kids need purpose too, just like you do. My purpose is helping all of you. My purpose is helping everyone be a better parent. That's my goal in life. Because I know if you're a better parent, we get better humans in the long run for generations to come. Kids need a purpose too, which is why it's also important for them to have household responsibilities. Keeping our house organized and clean. This is our community. It's no coincidence that unity is part of the word community. Our purpose is to have a mission for this family. Create your mission statement. What do we want? We want to be respectful. We want to be kind. We want to be helpful. We want to all go to church together. We want to eat together every night for dinner. Whatever that is, create your vision statement. And what does that naturally build without yelling, without screaming, which never builds respect? It builds respect. Because when a human being is heard, listened to, valued, given the opportunity to contribute, and they are appreciated, they will always feel respected. Don't you feel respected when that happens with you? Don't you feel like a valued part of your family? Do you know what splits up couples more than anything? Is one person not even feeling appreciated. Couples that work with me say to me all the time, we might as well be roommates. That's because you're not appreciating each other. It's the same for your children. Any relationship. At what age should they get involved? Victory, wonderful question, honey. At very young ages. Always include your child. Even if, say you have older kids and you have a 1-year-old, and that 1-year-old is sitting in a little high chair, and you're all fixing dinner, and you have maybe a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old, and the 4-year-old and 8-year-old are helping to fix dinner, that 1-year-old should be there with you. They may not be able to do something, or maybe they can. Maybe you can put some peas on their plate and they can eat some peas. There is always a chance for every child to contribute. If your child can stand up and hold something, They can help clean. They can help cook. They can help mix something together. They're never too young to contribute to household responsibilities in the family. Parents always wonder to me, like, how do I get my kids started doing chores? My child's 10 years old, and I tell them they have to do something, and they fight back. If you start from the time they are very little, incorporating them into the household responsibilities, you never have to start them with chores, because contributing to the responsibility of the home is normal. They've done it their whole life. Imagine people that live on a farm. Little kids always contribute to a farm because they have to. Think of your home. Kids have to contribute because they should. They live in that house. They're never too young. How can we teach children to use technology without letting it replace conversations, bonding, and their walk with God? Thank you, Esther, for that question. And thank you guys for all your questions. We will have time for some question and answer. And I will, try to get to as many as I can. And we'll answer some of these questions as we go along. Esther, I'm going to kind of answer that question. But I want you to remember these 3 C's. Connection. Just like Esther said, how do we replace technology? You have, and I have some, information for you, have technology-free zones. If you're eating dinner together, there should be no phones, no technology, not for you, not for your kids. Get a basket, put all the technology in there. When you're eating dinner, you're conversing. People worry that they eat too much. Well, you know what? Having a conversation around the dinner table is a natural way for you not to overeat, because guess what? You're busy talking. So you put food in your mouth, you have something to say. The brain takes 20 minutes to register fullness. If you are eating and talking, you are going to fill much faster with much less food. It's a natural weight loss program, right? Right. So have that conversation. Build that connection. What about clarity? So sometimes, again, with the technology usage, we say, okay, guys, there are going to be times during the day when we're not going to have technology. Oh my gosh, am I running late? I hope I'm not running late. I have so much to do. Okay, good. I'm going to try to speed this up. I can't stop talking. And I had coffee, and coffee makes me talk more. Anyway, I'll try to stay focused. Be clear with your expectations. Say, you know what, guys? Like I said, from 4 to 4:30, that is screen time. At 4:30, we stop and we do this. Don't just throw out that we're only going to do screen time for a half hour. When is that half hour? Be clear in your direction, in your instructions, and in your expectations. And the giant C word, be consistent. If you say at 4 o'clock to 4:30 is when we have screen time, then on Wednesday, when you've had a long day and you're like, oh my gosh, you know what? Just go till 5. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Instead, say, okay, you know what? You've had your screen time. Let's just take a half hour and we all just lay down and read. Don't give in to this extended time, because it won't be consistent. And your kids will go, well, yesterday we got to play on screens till 5. Why do we have to get off at 4:30 today? Stay consistency. I'm hoping I'm not like, okay, I think we'll move it along. Okay, next slide. I'm glad this is helping you guys. I'm really glad this is helping. Okay. Look at this slide. This is how you're going to rebuild connection. This is how you're going to get them off their screens. You're going to shift the message. The message is not you controlling everything. Remember, I said you're going to sit down together. You're going to plan your schedules together. You're going to say, okay, guys, let's have a half hour screen time every day. What's a good time for you guys? Well, I get home from school. I kind of want to run around. I want to have a snack. I like 4 o'clock. Another one says, well, I like 3:30. I like 2 o'clock. Well, we have to compromise. So we have 2, we have 3:30, and we have 4. What about 3 o'clock? Does 3 o'clock work for everyone? Yes. Okay, that's our time. Instead of tell, have your children contribute to the conversation. They will feel valued when they contribute. Okay. Avoid power struggles. What do I mean by that? What I just said. Here's our half-hour window for screen time. We stick to it. Be a person of integrity. Teach your children to be people of integrity. If you say it, mean it. And when you say it, be respectful. Shouting, yelling, screaming is not respectful at all, and it does not earn respect. When was the last person that screamed and yelled at you that you were like, oh, I respect that person so much? No, it never grows respect. You know what grows respect? Talking respectfully to each other. And when you're calm, use your manners. Your children learn to be calm and use their manners. Will we never get mad? No, we'll get mad. But when you get mad, walk away. Don't start a screaming match. It will resolve nothing and it will make everything worse. Role modeling. Guys, I'll say it again. You have to be a good role model. If you are always on your phone, if you walk around with your phone in your hand all the time, you cannot expect your children to not be on screens. You are showing them bad habits. You can't say, well, don't be on your screens and you're on your phone all the time. Role model what you want to see in your family. Opt out. Plug into each other, not the screen. Okay, let's do the next slide because I know I'm talking a lot and I need to get through these. Here's some more tools for change. Set your expectations. Again, we talked about that. What do you expect? Talk about it as a family, not you bossing your kids around. Everybody sits down. What are our expectations? What are our agreements? We're going to have screen time from 3:30 to 4. What are our screen-free zones? Dinner time, maybe after dinner time, maybe we go for a walk instead of on our screens. When are those homework time? Create family fun. Don't just watch your kids play. You join in. Have fun with your kids. Nothing brings a family closer than laughter and fun. When you are laughing with your kids, you are strengthening bonds. Put those systems in place. And I'm going to give you an opportunity to learn about the Screen Bank and get it and put that in place, because that's a great way that I created for you guys to really control screen time and make it your time, not their time. Okay, next slide, please. Guys, do your best. Do your best not to have a screen as your babysitter. I know sometimes you come home, it's a bad day. And I will be the first to tell you, if you come home and your little one, you don't have the energy, sit on the couch, watch a show together. Even if it's a 20-minute show, relax and watch a show together. Screens, though, should not be the option for occupying your kids, even if they cry. They need to learn and play. But remember that your time is the most valuable time. Is my time up? Can I go through the last few slides real quick? Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Staying calm when it's hard. Guys, if you're about to scream, walk away. Don't give into tantrums. What continue tantrums is you giving into them. If they work, your kids will continue them. Okay? Go to the next one. Next slide. I want you to think about, and you can put in the comments, what is one thing you learned today that you're going to put in place this week? Okay? Let's go to the next slide. Thank you for being here. Super grateful. We're going to go through questions. And while we're going through any questions, I want you to see the next slide, because this is what you can get the screen bank, you can get it at gamesandscreens.com. Can you take off the comment just so they can see the website? The website is gamesandscreens.com. Go there, use the screen bank. It'll encourage your children. It will keep screens under control for you and your kids. And it will be the system that helps you keep screen time on your time and not their time. Thank you very much for having me. I hope this wasn't overwhelming for all of you, but I hope you were able to get some good information from this, and I'll take any questions. Thank you, guys.
One can actually write a book from what you said. And you have so many chapters.
I give too much information, right?
So much. I think I'll really advise everyone that after this, you're supposed to replay and replay this so that you just keep learning and learning, because there's so much to take.
Exactly. Replay it. Right. Just watch it tomorrow. Yes. Watch it again. Watch it with your kids.
Yeah. So like what she said, so it's not just going to be you. They also will be brought into this responsibility of ensuring they stay away from screens. Oh, yes. Thank you so much, Cilia.
Absolutely. That is probably one of the most important lessons to learn from this is to get your kids involved in the creation of limiting screen use and teach them why. You know, we're often like, you get off your screens, they're terrible for you. Teach them why. Just like I taught you. Get them in when kids will participate when they feel appreciated and respected and valued. They will help make things successful.
Oh, yes, that would be that. I jotted that down. Thank you so much, Cilia. Thank you so much.
My absolute pleasure.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
I wish there was so much time that just continued, but I guess time is really up. Oh, yes. I don't know about you, Remnant, but we just got matching orders for a Remnant generation. And this is just also to invite all families, parents, children, teens to join us at the Discipleship Academy, Family Academy 2026. The registration is open, and this is your chance to be discipled, equipped, and raised as a remnant family, ready to emerge for God's kingdom. And don't forget to please stay connected. Of course, join pages, join our discipleship pages, follow our pages, follow Cilia's pages too. And don't forget to also connect to the screen bank. Please do connect. Go there and help yourself out. Yes.
The Discipleship Bible Bee is back. This time it's going national. This isn't just a competition. It's a discipleship journey that helps children and teens deepen their knowledge of God's Word, grow in confidence, sharpen their memory, and build a bold public voice. From regional stages to the national spotlight, the Bible Bee is raising a generation that knows, lives, and shares Scripture with passion. Parents love it because it builds discipline and character. Schools and churches love it because it produces confident, godly leaders. And the participants, they love the friendships, the fun, and the thrill of standing out for Jesus. And here's the big one. We are giving over 2 million naira in prizes. Registration is now open for the next edition. Click the link on your screen or around this post to sign up today. The Discipleship Bible Bee, where faith meets destiny.